Hey, what's going on guys? It's me, Aiden. Welcome back to another video. Now, in case you somehow were not aware, the new episode Dearest Family is now out, so definitely go check that out if you haven't. Like usual, I took some notes over the episode, so I'm just going to be going through those real quick. So, if you enjoy, you can leave a like and subscribe for more content similar to this, and let's go and hop right into this video. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about is how this may be an SAMG episode. Now, I couldn't really figure out because on one hand, like the hair looked pretty good, the animation was, above average. It did look significantly better than a lot of episodes this season. I just couldn't tell. And I feel like the reason for that is when SAMG is doing episodes, they're not doing it to the same level that they were doing season 1. Probably because they're not being paid as much. Because keep in mind, originally we weren't getting any SAMG episodes, so maybe they made a deal where it's like, okay, so SAMG will do, 4 to 6 episodes or whatever number it was for season 4, but for a cheaper price, just lower the quality a bit, right? So that may be what they're doing, which is unfortunate, but it still means that we get episodes like this where it was still pretty good, so I did appreciate that. Alright, so now getting into the actual episode itself, the first thing that we saw was the fact that, this idea that the only person who sets the limits are, the holders themselves, I guess. So, how Ladybug powered up, in Mr. Pigeon 72 and was able to make the magic charms, right? Well, Hawkmoth can do the same thing. He can just make stronger Akumas. Now, here's my question. If anybody can do it, well, any of the holders can do it, then isn't that essentially just infinite power, right? Like at first I originally thought that was just like a Ladybug exclusive, right? Because she's the Kwame of creation, you can just create more power, right? That makes sense. But if any holder can do it, it's like, well, if any holder can be as strong as they want, right? It's just the limits of your own mind, then theoretically, couldn't Hawkmoth, spend his time, instead of akumatizing Mr. Pigeon 72 times, couldn't he focus his energy on like training his mind on, how to improve himself and just make like the ultimate Akuma and akumatize the world and akumatize everybody at once? Like, that seems like a way better use of your time instead of akumatizing Mr. Pigeon 72 times. And to that I say it's a little bit too OP for me, so I don't really like that rule. I think that should be a Ladybug exclusive because she's, she has the power of creation and she can just create more power essentially. So I think that makes sense. Don't like it applied for Hawkmoth, but it's whatever. Now, as of making this video, we do not know where Shadowmoth got that charm. It sort of reminds me of the Collector, also Haxon a little bit, but it sort of reminds me of like the Collector's design as far as the color schemes and stuff like that. So it could be from the episode Gabriel Agrest. We clearly have not seen the episode where he gets his hands on it, so it's definitely some point, but like it could be, well, technically it could be Psychomedian, unlikely, but it could be then. It's most likely going to be Gabriel Agrest. It could be Glaciator 2. I think it could be Killin, but that's unlikely. So my guess is it's probably Gabriel Agrest, because I think that's the only opportunity that he gets, unless if he steals it from somebody in one of the other episodes, which is unlikely. So yeah, another thing to look forward to for Gabriel Agrest. Now, one thing that I was sort of interested in was the fact that Sass was sort of like, okay, Waze, okay, Bark, you can go investigate, you can leave, because this is an emergency. Like, who made Sass the leader? Like, is he actually the leader? Because, I sort of thought that would be Waze's position, right? He was with Master Fu for, the 183 years, or, well, it wouldn't have been that long, but, he was with Master Fu for a really long time, and now it's suddenly Sass who's in charge? Like, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting, and I don't think we've gotten an explanation for that, so, maybe we will eventually, but that was just, another interesting thing that I saw. Now, as of this power, we officially have not seen Killin's introduction yet, but, since it was Marinette's family, she was kind of just thrown in this episode. Now, her power appears to be some sort of, like, wind or air power. It just sort of seems like, she can control the wind. Not really anything too special there, but did want to put it out there since we haven't officially seen Killin yet. And the final thing I wanted to talk about was this human form that Tiki has. I don't know. When Tiki is unleashing this huge amount of power, we see some sort of like butterfly form or, you know, person or something in there. So it makes me wonder, do all of the Kwamis have some sort of like, I'm just assuming it's like a form that they have, like it's maybe their true form, right? When they're unleashing all their power, they sort of like reveal their true selves, you know? So my question is, do they each have one of these humanoid forms that, you know, we just haven't been able to tap into yet? And that's just like, you know, who they are. It's just obviously, you know, when they were bound to an object, they took the form of a little Kwami, right? So do they each have human forms? Because they put that in there for a reason. They didn't explain it at all, but it's there for a reason. And no, I don't, at least as far as I know, nobody on Twitter has explained it at all. So it just makes me wonder what's up with these human forms, because I'm pretty sure they're pretty important or something. They have some sort of reason for being in the show, otherwise they wouldn't have put that in there. So I really want to know what that is, because it could be very important in the future. So I don't know, just wanted to put that out there again. But yeah, that was really all I wrote down for my, you know, I guess discussion on Dearest Family. So if you did enjoy, you can leave a like and subscribe for more content similar to this, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.